I've read through the amendment from Senator Bozen. I was strongly opposed to the original bill, and I see how Senator Bozen has adapted this amendment to concerns from opposition. But I really am trying to kind of think about where I come down on this, because I understand the intent of the bill as well. But what I'm having trouble understanding and squaring, and what I'm having cognitive dissonance about, is the same people who just passed a bill, LB 241, that shields corporations from liability when there's a data breach, are promoting and pushing LB 504, which requires companies to collect more data about children. So in effort to protect kids, with LB 504, we're requiring these tech companies to collect more data about their kids, about who they are, where they are, their identity, their location. But with the passage of LB 241, are you listening? With the passage of LB 241, if that data is breached, if that data is leaked, there is no consequence for those companies. And so if the goal is to keep kids safe, which is the underlying goal of a lot of legislation we hear lately, how are they safer if that data is breached and there are no consequences for the company? I see in the amendment, I don't think I'm misunderstanding, but looking at the part about civil penalties, let me find it here. Civil. So civil penalties for violations of this act. So there could be a fine for that, but I don't think that that would include a data leak because of the passage of LB 241. So, I think we have once again kind of fallen into the trap of tribalism and teams here in the legislature. We passed Senator Hallstrom's LB 241 because he was on the conservative Republican team. And we're going to pass LB 504 because Senator Bozen is on the conservative Republican team. But colleagues, these bills don't talk to each other. If the goal is to keep kids safe by collecting their data, but if that data is breached, there's no consequences. That's not keeping them safe. That's another way of protecting corporations who, at the end of the day, are going to collect that data, sell it, and have no consequences for that because they can't prove gross negligence, wanton negligence. And so, would love to protect kids, but at the end of the day, if the data is leaked, there's no consequence for that. So, I don't think that we really come on top there. I would like for Senator Bozen to take some time to rebut what I've said or assuage, provide some reassurance that because of the passage of LB 241, LB 504 isn't going to be rendered meaningless and potentially harmful. I do not want to have a side conversation about that. I would like that responded to on the record, on the mic. Thank you, Mr. President.